Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We've come back to a civils project to dig the surface water attenuation basin. We've had a couple of weeks at this. All got finished yesterday. Happy with the finish, as it's always challenging getting the angles with the standard hitch. Today though, the machine is getting an upgrade. It's coming all the way from northern Sweden. Hope you enjoy the video. George, you're right. Nice to meet you, mate. Right?
Yeah, not bad. Cheers, you.
Yeah, fine. What an incredible day it's been. I feel extremely lucky to be operating this fully loaded excavator. Just want to say a massive thank you to ZTL Earthworks and the Apple Ridge family for allocating this new Rototilt R6 hitch to the machine that I operate for them. Thanks to Malcolm, Jay and George from Rototilt for all their time and effort too. George has done a fantastic job fitting this unit, talking me through the setup and any questions that I had. And a final thanks to everyone watching and subscribing, it's massively appreciated, and I'm looking forward to bringing you more from behind the levers in 2024 as I get to grips with this new setup. So we're a couple of days in with the Rototilt. I've been really interested to see how it performs on the machine and also how the machine would adapt to having this on. These levers are the old style levers, they're not the RC ones, but they're very adjustable. Underneath here there's a couple of nuts in there. You just slacken them off a little bit, this whole thing turns to whichever sort of position you need it at. You get this additional screen here, it just sort of goes through everything you need to know about the Rototilt. The quick hitch as well is literally just this button here, and then they've actually added a switch here. This is your old one, which won't do anything now. This is your new one. Now, with this being the R6 and what they call the pin grabber, this runs off the old style pin buckets, all the international standard ones. So that headstock there is actually a Geith. Now, I've worked with Geiths in the past and I've always found them quick hitches to be excellent. Now myself, trying to get used to the levers, it is a bit weird. It's a machine I've spent a lot of hours operating, and I felt like I knew it inside and out. And now with this new setup here, you sort of take a step back. Everything's hardwired in. We're sort of old school operating, and you got to sort of learn that the Rototilt can do a lot more than you need to do with a machine. You don't have to track about as much. The Rototilt comes into play brilliantly. Old habits are going to die hard here, so it's probably going to take me longer than most, I think, to get used to this. The unit itself is so easy to use, it's so smooth as well, there's plenty of power. I'm getting there, but it is hard. It's a bit of a mental block. Like I said, everything's hardwired in for me from the last 20 years, so there's certain things my brain is not allowing my hands to do, but it's just going to come with time. It's just time behind the levers, that's all it's going to be. So 2 days in, and I definitely need a lot longer behind the levers, I think. I've got a few days of moving topsoil, so there's not too much I can do with the Rototilt really. Once this topsoil's moved, then we have a dump truck coming back and we'll be putting the 150 layer of topsoil in the pond, but I know it's going to be a lot easier doing it this way, a lot faster than doing it the way I've been doing it all these years, and that's what ZTL are looking for, just to save time and money and get the productivity up. So I'll keep checking in every few days. I'll try and film every day probably for the next month, just to see how I'm actually getting on with it. Bit of a diary, bit of a blog of how I'm sort of getting to grips with the Rototilt, and you know, if I come across any problems, or if people just want to use this, something if they were thinking to get one in the future, you know, how long does it take to get used to? You know, do you come across any problems? And hopefully I can just show how versatile the Rototilt is and how much more versatile the machine I'm driving is as well. So we'll check back in next few days. I'll keep the camera rolling, but thanks for watching, it's much appreciated. I'll see you soon.